Good morning, everybody. 8:20 puck drop for the 2014-15 state championship playoffs as the Corsairs take on Naperville North right here at the Edge Ice Arena. Players are warming up and puck drop should be in just a few moments. So the Corsairs go to the bench and get final instructions as we get ready here. Ian Davies is going to be between the pipes to start this game off. So Hendricks for Naperville North being announced. And Davies for the Corsairs. All right, first line comes out, and it's Maroic, Namaka, and Cook with Vandervalk and Durr, on the defense. And there's a puck drop, and Naperville North comes up with it. They bring it in the zone, but John Vandervalk pitches it back out and bounces it off the boards, and it's going to be called icing. And they'll bring it down here to the left of Mr. Ian Davies. Just a few seconds off the clock there at 14:48. Namaka takes the face-off. It's won by the Corsairs. Matt Maroic picks it up and goes across the red line. Past the blue line and pitches it in behind the net. Corsairs go after it. Durr from the blue line takes a shot, and it's saved by North. Now, fighting for the puck in the corner. Cook comes up with it. He pitches it out to Durr. Durr, again, tries to get it out, but it bounces off, ricochets off. Now Sam's Namaka out in front, and Sam Namaka puts it in at 14-12. A feed from Matt Maroic to Sam Namaka, and he puts it in at 14-12. Corsairs strike first. All right, Bame, Monroe. I'm trying to see who the other winger is. Wyasek out there. Gavin and Moore on D. And North brings it in. They lose it in the zone. Nope, they have it still, and they're coming right at Ian Davies. Shot just wide of Ian Davies. Bird has it. Sorry, Monroe, Bird, and Bame out there, not Wyasek.
First goal is number 20, Samson Laka. He was assisted by number 16, Andrew Rowe. Having 14-12 remaining in the first period.
So announcing that Namaka and Maroic connect for the first goal here at the Edge. Now Monroe takes it in. He's got it, and he's got Bame out in front of the net. Trying to feed it to Bame. Can't get it out from behind. Bame goes after it. And now North comes up with it and tries to bring it out, and this should be icing, but no, Bird gets a hold of it. Durr gets a hold of it, and Durr takes it. Now the net is off the mooring here. Net's off. And he's trying to get the refs, the officials here. The net's off, and now they blow the whistle. Okay. Well, the officials need to wake up here a little bit. The net came off the moorings as one of the Naperville North players hit it. And three refs on the ice, none of them saw it. Ian Davies and a few of the fans bringing the attention to them about it. We got Dean Pauly out there with Vandervalk and Wyasek and Durr. So Vandervalk and Durr on the defense. Dean, Pauly, and Wyasek on the O. Coming right at Ian Davies here is Naperville North. Trying to get that even up the score. Dean picks it up, and he skates it out from behind the net. And he's going end to end. Plenty of help. but he decides to pitch it around the back of the net. Now they fight for it behind the net, trying to put it out in front, and they can't. Here comes Durr with a shot and save by Naperville North. Durr picks it up in the neutral zone, pitches it over to Vandervalk. Vandervalk takes a slapper from the red line, and it goes right into the gut of the Naperville North goalie, who freezes it. 11:50 here. Corsairs 1, Naperville North nothing. First game of the state playoffs here. Cary Grove and Loyola Maroon facing off later. Winner of this game and winner of that game will go into the semifinals. All right, Maroic's out there again with Namaka and Staffy this time. Gavin and Moore on the D. Corsairs keeping it in the zone. Now it's in the neutral zone. Gets past Moore. Moore chases it down and picks it up at the goal line here, as Naperville North again tries to bring it in. Matt Maroic takes it and throws it down ice. It's an icing call. But we do have a Naperville North player down. It looks like Hammond, number 38. Slow to get up, but he gets up. Heading for the bench is Hammond. So we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Namaka will take the face-off. Maroic on the wing. Namaka wins it, pushes it up into North's zone. Staffy waiting for it out in front of the net. Now he goes back towards the back of the net. He comes back out. Naperville North picks it up and comes the other way. But they meet DJ Gavin, who stops it. Moore's stick gets caught in the door and breaks. Unfortunately, Jared Moore's stick gets stuck in the Zamboni door and breaks. Matt Maroic brings it the other way. He pitches it behind the net, brings it around. Mitch Staffy comes up with it. Maroic has it now. Maroic kicks it out to Mitch Staffy. It just goes beyond him, and a Naperville North player comes up with it. But Sam Namaka has nothing to do with it, fights it off. Now Naperville North sets it up and comes the other way. He's got one to beat, and that's Durr. He shoots a slapper, and it goes up high over Ian Davies. In the neutral zone, now Naperville North pitches it behind the net. Durr comes up with it, pitches it to Vandervalk. Vandervalk's got some ice. He pitches it up to Maroic, to Wyasek, who loses it in the neutral zone. Namaka now takes a little pitch to the corner, goes past the goalie, and they change up. Monroe comes out. Fighting for it in the corner there, in the Naperville North corner. First period, 9:44 here. Vandy takes a slapper from the blue line, and it goes wide. Now Naperville North pitches it out, but they wave off the icing. Davey signaling to his defense that they're coming. Durr trips over the broken stick of Moore, and they regroup and come up with it. Monroe pitches it up to Matt Cook. Matt Cook takes it up. He gets to the blue line and goes into the zone. Monroe pitches it around the back of the net. Ian Davies doing a little yard work here and pulls the stick up close to the net so nobody trips over it. Now Naperville North has a breakaway. They're coming at Ian Davies and takes a shot, and it goes off the upper post and into the netting. So it gets past Ian Davies but hits the post, and it hit the netting. And the officials finally blow the whistle. Wow, the officiating staff here needs to get the act together here a little bit. So a stick and a net guard come off the ice for Moore. I don't know who's net guard, but Moore's stick. And we'll have a face-off. Dean will take it. Bame out there also. And it's picked up by the Corsairs. Bird tries to get it off the boards and misses it. Now Bame pitches it into the neutral zone, but it winds up bouncing off a player and into the Corsair bench. And we'll have another face-off. 8:35 left here in the first. Corsairs 1, Naperville North 0. All right, Dean with the face-off. Bird out there with them. T.J. Gavin on the ice and more. Now Naperville North comes at Ian Davies, and he has his first save of the day, I think. An easy kick stave. Gavin wraps it around and throws it up the boards. Moore comes up with it. And now they fight for it in front of the Corsairs bench, and it goes into the neutral zone. Moore comes up with it, and he pitches it out, and it goes across the ice. And there is icing called this time. 8:03 left here in the first. And the Corsairs will take this opportunity to change lines. Vandervalk comes out. Paulie, Monroe, and Wyasek on the O. Monroe powers through and wins it. Durr gets it, chips it up the boards, and it goes down the ice. And Monroe, his speed, and gets it, heads towards the net, but unfortunately loses the puck. But now it's picked up by Paulie. And there was a collision with Monroe and one of the Naperville North players. Pretty hard one, but they both get up. Now a nice check into the boards there by Monroe. And the Corsairs have the puck in the Naperville North zone. Now, right out in front, Paulie tries to tuck it in, but just misses the redirect. Ooh, there's one at the goalie. He didn't even see it, but it went wide. Ian Durr puts down a nice hit. Paulie comes up with it in the corner. He brings it forward. And now Vandervalk gets it at the blue line. He pushes it back into the corner again. Paulie comes up with it. Paulie trying to feed it. Seems to be some pretty tricky spots here on the ice. Players are getting their sticks caught up, and pucks are stopping kind of erratically. Now Naperville North ices it. Naperville North ices it. 6:46 left here in the first period. And we'll have a face-off to the left of Naperville North's goalie. Out comes Cook, Namaka, and Morowick on the O. Moore and Gavin on the D. Face-off won by the Corsairs, and Moore takes a shot at the goalie. And here's one straight point blank, Namaka, and the signal is a save. It looked like a goal from my vantage point, but I am on the other end of the ice, so kind of hard to see. But the goalie was looking behind him. Namaka point-blank shot at him. Namaka comes up with the puck and takes another one. Shuttles it towards the goalie. He kick saves it. Morowick has it. Morowick feeds it around. Just gets past Cook, but now Moore takes a shot. And Moore shoots at the goalie. And wait a minute, they call it a save, even though there's a big reaction from the crowd that it was a goal. Now out in front of Ian Davies, they try to put something together, but they can't. Matt Morowick gets the feed from Cook, who gives it back to Cook. Now Moore feeds it over to Gavin in the neutral zone. Gavin bounces it off the boards and wraps it around the back of the net. Morowick chases it down. Morowick fighting for it, and Naperville North tries to wrap it around the board, but it gets stopped in the neutral zone. Namaka tries to feed it out in front, and it goes over Matt Cook's stick. Now Naperville North trying to come up with it in the neutral zone and does not. Vandervalk shoots it up, and he'll get icing as it hops over Morowick's stick. He's not able to settle it down or even get a hold of it. So it goes all the way down ice, and we'll have an icing call here at 5:46. We'll have a face-off to the right of Ian Davies. All right, some confusion here on Naperville North side as they try to, and it looks like the officials are not letting them change. Bird, Bame, Vandervalk, Staffy out on the ice, along with Durr. Vandervalk comes up with it. He bounces it off the board to Mitch Staffy. Mitch Staffy comes up with it, pitches it across to Durr. And the Corsairs bring it out of the zone and into Naperville North. Durr pitches it down along the back of the ice, and the Corsairs have to check up. Boehm goes after it. Now Mitch Staffy comes up with it. He feeds it out to Boehm. Boehm tries to tuck it in. Cannot. Out in front of the net there. Corsairs have been putting a lot of pressure on Naperville North. Need to settle down a little bit and get a little bit more focused here and get these plays together. Vandervalk putting a nice hit and putting one of the Naperville North's players down on his seat. Puck wraps around the back of the net. Vandervalk gets it at the blue line. He takes a shot, and it goes wide. Another slap shot, this time from, it looked like Wyasek maybe. Correction, that was Bird who took the slap shot. Now Bird comes up with it in the Corsair zone behind the goal line in the corner here, and he tries to bring it out. He's got a lot of pressure here, and now finally Vandervalk picks it up from him and skates it out past a couple of Naperville North players. Now Naperville North coming at Ian Davies, and Ian Davies does a nice save, and now a penalty going to be called on John Vandervalk for slashing. Number 3, Vandervalk at 4:03 is going to go into the penalty box. First penalty of the game, and Vandervalk will sit for 2 minutes. So the penalty kill comes out, and it looks like Maroic and Dean, Gavin and Moreau, are going to be the first ones. Now they're giving them a 4-minute slashing penalty. That's odd. But Vandervalk with 4 minutes. So now he'll be out for the rest of the period. The Corsairs will be short for the rest of the period. Dean picks it up, and Dean gets taken down. Maroic has it. He's getting shoved and pushed. Maroic gets it. And unfortunately, a body from a Naperville North player takes him off the puck, and they come the other way. Dean trying to back check him. Ian Davies does a nice save as they take a shot at him. Maroic now trying to chase it down. And now Naperville North will try and, it ricochets oddly off the boards again and heads towards Ian Davies, but Naperville North does not get it exchanged over. Maroic comes up with it and sends it down ice and ices it. Maroic heads for the bench, and Monroe comes out. And so does Cook. So Dean is out there, and he's now skates towards the bench. And it looks like Matt Pauly will come out. So Monroe Pauly on the kill. 2:45 left on the Vandervalk penalty. Monroe gets a hold of it, and he'll send it down ice. Winds up behind the net of Naperville North. They pitch it out. Pauly trying to get a hold of it, and so is Cook. Now Naperville North is trying to set up a play here. They bring it into the zone, but Durr puts a big hit on the guy and takes him off the puck. And Cook does a nice job of sending it all the way down ice where it bounces off the goalie. And Naperville North picks it up. 2:07 left on Vandervalk's penalty. And a couple of seconds more on the period. And now we have looks like an offsides as they take a shot at Ian Davies. But it goes wide. So 1:58 left on Vandervalk's penalty. 2:01 left in the first period here at the Edge Ice Arena in the first game of the state playoffs. Namaka out there with Wyasek, Gavin, and Moore. Naperville North trying to get it in. They do. They skate it in. And now they take a shot at Ian, and it goes up over him and over the goal. Moore having a hard time staying on his skates. Again, I think a ice issue. And now they pitch it down ice, and it goes right to the goalie, and he freezes it. So there will be a face-off just to the right of the Naperville North goalie. Naperville North looking for another player, and now the ref whistles and sends them back. And he's going to have a talk with the bench and their coaches. And there's a little chatter from the Corsair bench too, because this is not the first time Naperville North has had a confusing line change, to say the least. Moore gets a hold of it and pushes it down ice. Namaka comes up with it. He skates in short-handed, takes a shot at the goalie, and it goes a little bit off. Corsairs continue on the penalty kill. And now this should be an icing on Naperville North. Corsairs are looking good, but they just need to focus a little bit more and work together, and they can put another one here in on the net. Beautiful exchange for our first goal as Matt Maroic pitched it out to Samson Namaka, who put it in for our first goal. Now the face-off, Sam wins it. He sends it to Ian Durr, who takes a shot at the goalie. Corsairs, short-handed, are keeping it in Naperville North's side of the ice. Now Naperville North comes out with it, pitches it, trying to come up straight up center. Durr gets hold of the stick, and it ricochets off. Now it's on the net in the back there. It's in the netting, and the refs have not blown the whistle. Now they do. Little slow on the uptake here on the officials' part, as many players are fighting for the puck at the net, as it's on the back of the netting. And at 43 seconds here left in the first, 40 on the Vandervalk penalty. Fame goes out with Bird on the O. At the net, they're behind Ian Davies. Now the Corsairs pitch it out. And a missed pass by Naperville North puts it in the neutral zone. Durr has it, and he'll send it down right at the goalie, and the goalie will stick it and ricochet it off into the corner. Naperville North trying to come up with it. Now Bame has it. He pitches it, but misses Bird. Now Bird pitches it up and takes a shot at the goalie, and it goes a little bit wide. He kick saves it. Now Bame behind the net, trying to pitch it out in front. Bird trying to get a hold of it. Vandervalk comes out on the penalty, and now it's the end of the first period. So after one period of play here at the edge, it's the Corsairs 1, Naperville North 0. Okay, the players gather around the benches for more instructions as we go into the second period here. Just off to the right of the bench is a sign, and I'm trying to read it, and it says something about "Way to go, Samson," with the Corsairs logo on it. So Samson Namaka fans somehow getting a poster up next to the bench. And the first line will come out for the face-off here to begin the second period. And it is Matt Maroic and Samson Namaka, and I believe Matt Cook. We'll take a look here in a minute. Vandervalk and Durr on the D. Yes, Namaka, Maroic, and Cook. The line that put the first one in is out to start off the second period. Naperville North comes to the center of the ice. Goalie skates on down to the net. And Heinrich, number 50, Heinrich in the net. Okay, face off, and Naperville North wins it. They pitch it into the zone and try and get it past Matt Maroic, and they do. But the defense picks it up and pitches it back into the neutral zone. Puck gets sent down into the corner. Naperville North picks it up. Vandervalk puts a body on him, tries to take the puck away. Now fighting for the puck is the Corsairs. Naperville North comes up with it. Take a shot at the net, but it goes into the side of it. Trying to pitch it out is the Corsairs. Corsairs can't seem to pitch it out. They're struggling to get this out of the zone here as they wrap it around back and forth. Now they try and pitch it out. This time, Maroic gets a pass up into the neutral zone. He just gets to it. He settles the puck down and comes up the center of the ice. Comes around 1, 2. Naperville North players, he's in the back corner here. Looking for Samson Namaka out in front. He does. Samson Namaka tries to put it in, and a nice save by the goalie. Matt Maroic now spin around. He takes a shot, and it goes wide. Namaka pitches it out in front, and Cook gets a body as the puck gets right to him, and it bounces off and heads down into the Corsair zone. Corsairs change up. Coming at the net now is Bird. Bird loses it to 2 players, and they shoot it down ice, and they'll be icing. So we'll have a face-off here to the right of Heinrich of Naperville North, and it'll be Bame and Monroe and Bird. .26 here in the second period. Corsairs lose the puck, and it wraps around the boards, and they send it down ice. Doesn't quite make it all the way for icing. Moore with a nice pitch up. Monroe again. Now Bame has it. Bame loses it, but Monroe comes up with it, and a Heinrich jives on it before it can get any closer to the goal line. Naperville North, a couple of their players. Hall comes over and taps him on the head and says, nice job. Heinrich, a little bit smaller in stature than an Ian Davies, but he's doing a nice job as the Corsairs are putting a little pressure on him throughout this game. Puck now goes up and out into the stands. And they retrieve the puck, and they'll have a face-off here to the left of Naperville North's goalie. Monroe taking the face-off, and Monroe wins it. Naperville North comes up with it and heads the other way. Naperville North has to get past. Oh, now they're getting close to Ian. Corsairs come up with it. Nice pass. Now another shot right at the face mask. Now Monroe picks it up and tries to put it in, but can't. Nice shot by Bird. It hits the face mask of Heinrich and then deflects off. Monroe tries to pick it up and take it the other way, and unfortunately misses the net. Now Naperville North fighting for it with the Corsairs in the neutral zone. Corsairs will come up with it. Pitches it up to Bame this time, and Bame pitches it out in front, but it gets intercepted by Naperville North. Now Naperville North trying to take it in, but they are stopped by Gavin. Puck coming in towards Naperville North side, and Rang will pick it up and pitch it up. Gets it to the neutral zone. Monroe comes up with it. Monroe pitches it in. He takes a shot to the head there and goes down. And now Monroe takes a shot at him, and Monroe's going to get a penalty. It looks like. Monroe's going to get a penalty. I don't know quite. Roughing. He's going to get roughing. So 66 is going in the box. At 11:47, Monroe's going to get a 2-minute roughing. Scott Vetrano is having a discussion with the head ref here because it does seem to be a little bit one-sided on the penalties. Monroe took a couple of shots to the head and a little frustrated, I think, retaliated and got caught. Naperville North picks it up behind the net. Pauly and Dean on the penalty kill, along with Vander Valk and Gavin. Naperville North now pitches it behind the net. Vander Valk gets a hold of it, pitches it around, and it goes down ice. Now Pauly on the charge. But the Naperville North player is going to get to it first, but Pauly's going to come around and chase him down. Pauly loses an edge and goes down. Naperville North heads in towards the Corsairs. Now picked up in the neutral zone is Vander Valk. And he takes it. Now we have another whistle. And it looks like a high sticking call. On Naperville North, because they're bringing the face-off down here to the left of Heinrich. Face-off to the right of Heinrich. All right, Maroic will come out with Namaka on the penalty kill. Still 1-0 here at 11:03 in the second period. 1:16 left on the Monroe penalty. Maroic takes the face-off and wins it. Pitches it to Namaka. They're fighting for it behind the net. Maroic gets control of it and pushes it around the other way. Naperville North now pushes it the other way. Bounces it off the board and puts it into the neutral zone. A pass is missed, and Vandervalk will pick it up and try and send it out. But again, it gets caught up in the boards and ricochets back. Naperville North from the blue line takes a shot at Ian Davies, but it goes high. Vandervalk tries to chip it out and can't. Now Maroic comes up with it. He pitches it forward. He's trying to get a breakaway. He does, and beaten out two of the Naperville North players as they try and wrap him up. He does finally get a little bit of the puck and shuttles it towards Heinrich. Maroic, known for the blistering trickle, tries it there, but does not fake out Heinrich. So we have a face-off to the right of Heinrich. Corsairs still on the penalty kill here for 34 seconds. All right, Naperville North picks up the face-off. They set up behind the net and try to skate it out. And now a pass into the zone. They're coming towards Ian. And they try to take a shot at Ian from across the net and doesn't happen. Sam Namaka picks it up. He's skating up. He's got Maroic in front of him. He does pitch it in, but it bounces off a shin and winds up in the neutral zone. Naperville North going at him. It ricochets off of Moore. Penalty over. And Staffy is waiting, cherry picking. And now he comes into the zone and helps out. Now Staffy gets the pass to him, and he goes into the zone. It's him and one other. Takes a shot at the net. It goes a little wide. Maroic picks it up. He tries to shuttle it to the middle of the ice, and it gets intercepted. Now in the neutral zone, the Corsairs shuttle it back into Naperville North zone. Naperville North looks like Kowavic picks it up and sends it into the neutral zone. Danny Wyasek comes up with it in the neutral zone. He takes it into Naperville North zone. Namaka comes charging in too. Corsairs change up a little bit, and now the puck heads down, but it does not go far enough for icing. It does go into the neutral zone. Mitch Staffy pitches it to Vandervalk. They calm the puck down and now bring it out. Danny Wyasek looks to touch it. They wave off the icing. Wyasek goes back with Monroe behind the net. Monroe fresh off the penalty. You couldn't tell because he's putting bodies on everybody still. Naperville North from the goal line will pitch it to the other goal line, and we'll have another icing here at 8:25. From the looks of it here, it looks like the Corsairs are pretty much dominating puck control of this game. They need to get a little bit more team effort here to put it in the net. Naperville North seems to be on the defensive big time, trying to just get the puck out of the zone a lot. Bird picks it up in the corner. He pitches it out in front, and it hits a Naperville North skate, who then puts it into the neutral zone. Matt Cook picks it up. He pitches it over to Vandervalk. Vandervalk skates around, comes out in front of the net, takes it through two players. He pitches it up to Cook. Cook is waiting for the rest of the team, and then he puts it in. Out in front here, a nice pass by Bame to Bird out in front. Now a shot, trickles to the goalie. Ooh. A nice pass by Bame to Bird. Bird tried to put it on net. It ricocheted off of somebody. Went back out to the blue line. Blue line, I believe it was Vandervalk. He took a shot at the net. It ricocheted off of a few players and then trickled to Heinrich in the net, who freezes it. So we have a face-off to the right of Heinrich. You got Dean, Pauly, and from what it looks like to me, Monroe out there. Yep. Monroe comes across the ice and stops things in the neutral zone and puts it back. Now Naperville North goes towards the net, but it's intercepted. Here comes Pauly. Pauly pitches it to Vandervalk. Vandervalk does a nice little trick move. Unfortunately, he loses it back behind the net here as Naperville North tries to bring it out. Vandervalk again with a stick on it as they pass it up, and he'll slow things down. Looking for somebody to pass to, and he finds Monroe. Monroe chips it into the corner. Okay, now Pauly out in front looking to pass it to somebody. Dean a little trying to get to him, and it doesn't get to him. Back in behind the corner again. Monroe with it, passes it to Pauly. Pauly looking for Dean. Dean right there. Dean off a couple of skates, can't settle it down, and Heinrich gets to it before Dean does. So 6:48 it looks like here in the second. Score 1-0. Corsairs are up. All right, so Marowick, Namaka, and Cook come out. Moore and Gavin on the D. Boy, that puck has been taking some tricky hops this game. This one now pitched in by Moore, hits the glass and ricochets right back at him. Moore trying to get it out. Now Naperville North going towards the net, met by a couple of bodies, taking him off the puck, but Naperville North comes up with it again, and now here's a shot from the blue line, and it goes in after a rebound. Takes a shot from the blue line. Ian Davies saves it, bounces off in front of him, and a Naperville North player picks up the loose change, and at 6:17 here in the second, puts it in. So the game now tied up here. Corsairs not happy about that one. And they'll change up the lines here, and there's a face-off at center ice. Won by the Corsairs as they pitch it around into the neutral zone. Durr will pick it up behind the net and pitch it up as they try and break it out. They're going to wave off the icing here. Naperville North taking around the back of the net. Boehm tries to stop him. Moore tries to stop him, and they do. They tuck it back into the corner. Now right at him. There it goes in! Garrett Bird picks it up, puts it in at 5:46. Corsairs go back up by one. Bird from about the middle of the circle has a clear shot of the net and takes it, and it goes under Heinrich and into the net. No, he's German. It's Heinrich, not Heinrich. There's an H on the end of that, not a K. Heinrich, not Rick. We'll find out after the game. Face off center ice, battling for it in the neutral zone. Garrett Bird getting the announced goal here. Unassisted. Now we have a breakaway here by Bird again. Bird takes a shot. It's off of Heinrich. Monroe tries to pick it up. Now Boehm pitches it out to Vandy. Vandy takes a shot, and it just goes wide. Now they're trying to tuck it in. And now they blow the whistle. Wow. Vandervalk takes a slap shot. It goes wide, bounces back out into the corner of the net, where a couple of Corsairs try to tuck it in. But Heinrich will have none of it. And the whistle blows and stops play. Face off to the right of Naperville North. Mitch Staffy out there along with Wyasek and Dean on the O. Corsairs battling it for it with Naperville North and continue to battle in the corner is Staffy and Dean. Naperville North will come up with it, or they think they do. However, Staffy stops it. Wyasek stops it. Now, Naperville North tries to take it out. And now it's picked up by Moore in the Corsair zone. Gavin will pitch it up, bouncing it off the board. And coming in is Wyasek. but he gets stopped by a Naperville North player, and they go the other way. Now they take a shot at Ian Davies, a slow one off to the right of him. Corsairs trying to charge out, and they will. Again, putting it in, and now a body on Danny Wyasek, puts him on his butt. But he pitches it in, and Heinrich stops the puck and freezes it again. So now Namaka, Maroic, and Pauly will come out. 4:17 here in the second. 2-1 Corsairs. Namaka with the faceoff in the right circle of the goalie. Pushes it into the back corner. Naperville North wraps it around. And they have to get past a couple of Corsairs. They bring it into the zone. Namaka sticks it away from a Naperville North. It winds up behind the Corsair net. Corsairs trying to get it out. Pauly gets a hold of it, tries to pitch it to Maroic. It goes off his skate and winds up in the neutral zone. Naperville North picks it up. Corsairs get it, pass it beautifully to Maroic. Maroic takes a shot, and he's wide. Maroic chases it down in the corner. Vandervalk does too. They bring it out to Pauly. Pauly passes it up to Maroic, but it gets caught up in some skates of a Naperville North, and they then chip shot it down the ice. Vandervalk will come up with it. Again, Naperville North going towards Ian Davies, but they do not convert. Now the Corsairs come up with it. Matt Maroic gets it in the gut. Naperville North trying to get to the net. Now a chip shot. Maroic goes chasing after it. Naperville North gets to it first, sends it down ice. No harm, no foul. Pauly chips it up off the boards. And Maroic will come out for a change, and Patrick Pastica will come out for him. Namaka, Pauly, and Pastica on the Maroic maybe getting a little stung. Oh, look at this. Now there's going to be a penalty on Naperville North. No, they're going to call it on Namaka? They're calling it on Namaka. What a lousy call. Naperville North has his stick, is Dutras, has a stick around Namaka's neck. Namaka trying to fight it off, grabs his stick, and he's going to get 2 minutes for holding here at 2:33 in the second. Wow. Okay, a Naperville North player has not been in the box in 2 periods, and it's the Corsairs' third penalty. 2:25, Corsairs on the penalty kill. Naperville North skating it in, going right towards Ian Davies, but they stop him, the Corsairs do, and now send it down ice, but it doesn't make it. Now they send it into the neutral zone. All right, just about 2 minutes here left in the second period. 2-1, they'll send it down ice and put it in the corner. Matt Cook chasing down the Naperville North player. He wraps it around the boards, and Naperville North tries to come out with it. They do into the neutral zone, now into the Corsair zone, but it's met by a Corsair stick who puts it back into the neutral zone. Naperville North trying to set something up here. They finally get it into the zone. I think that was offsides. And now they take a shot at Ian Davies, and he saves it. 1:31 left here in the second. 58 seconds left on the Namaka penalty, if that's what you want to call it. Right in front of us here, we're behind the net for the Naperville North goal, and not that I'm being biased, but pretty lousy call. Naperville North comes up with it, takes a shot at Ian Davies. It just goes wide. There's a player right there, and he just misses converting. The groan from the crowd. Now Naperville North at the blue line takes a shot at Ian, and it goes off of Ian. Corsairs have got 38 seconds left here to kill the penalty. Now it looks like Bird may get a breakaway here. He takes a shot and trickles it in. Bird with a second goal on the game. Bird picks it up, 104. He just takes a shot at the goalie, and Heinrich, unfortunately, can't stop it for Naperville North, and it trickles in past them into the back of the net. So a shorthanded goal here by Bird. 30 seconds left on the Namaka penalty. 104 left here in the second. 3-1 Corsairs. Maroa comes out with Dean. And the course, 1 minute remaining, and Maroa sends it down the ice. Garrett Bird unassisted. Now they're fighting for it right out in front by Ian. Couple of Naperville North. Corsairs finally get a hold of it, pitch it up. Matt Maroa tips it and sends it down ice. 32 seconds left here. Dean comes up with it in the corner. Maroa comes back for it. He's got it. He's looking to wrap it around, and he just sticks it off of Heinrich's pad. Now a shot at Heinrich. Namaka has it. He pitches it out to Maroa. Maroa trying to settle it down. Goes off a skate. 17 seconds. Now another shot. It goes wide. Derwitz and Maroa and Namaka with some pressure on the goalie here on the shorthanded, and that will end. Oh, no, it won't. Thought that was 0. It must have been 8. Now that will end the second period. So the Corsairs will go to the locker room up by 2 here. 3-1 with goals from Namaka and 2 from Bird. So we'll take a little intermission here as the Corsairs look to be in pretty good shape, playing hard and getting the results from it. From the Edge Ice Arena in beautiful downtown Bensonville, Corsair Hockey. All right, minute 31 here before we start the third period. Corsairs warming up as Naperville North is stretching too. Corsairs keep up this intensity. I don't know how they don't come out of this thing with a W. We will see. This is why they play the game, as one wise coach once told me. Corsairs gather up around the bench, getting some final instructions before the drop of this puck for the third period. Ian Davies doing a little stretching here in the net, just in front of me, as we are positioned right behind the Corsair net for this third period. All right, the line of Maroa, Namaka, and Cook coming out. Vandervalk and Durr on the D. Corsairs at center ice with 23 seconds left. They're anxious to get going here, and the clock stops and resets to 15 minutes. So that's what we got here. 15 more minutes of hockey to decide the winner here in the first game of the state playoffs. Namaka gonna take the face-off, and Naperville North will win it. However, they kind of kick it back, and it winds up at the goalie. So Naperville North almost scoring on themselves. Not really. It was a slow trickle there. So face off to the right of Heinrich. Namaka will take it at the circle. And the Corsairs will come up with it behind the net. And now they lose it, but they pick it up in the neutral zone. Vandervalk skates it into the Corsair zone. Namaka will pick it up in the neutral zone. He takes a body, and Naperville North comes up with the puck. Puck bounces around, and now they're coming right at Ian Davies, and Davies clips off his shoulder and goes wide. Again, they take a shot at Ian Davies, but this time it's wide. Maroa tries to chase it down, cannot. Vandervalk does, chips it up. Maroa going to pick it up, and he's going to get a breakaway. Maroa's going towards the net. He pitches it over, and now Namaka takes a shot, and it goes wide. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Cook. Pitches it to Cook. Cook takes a shot, and it just goes a little bit wide. Nice setup. Maroa trying to help out, and unfortunately it doesn't work out. Now, New Trier player picks it up at the blue line, and he slides and goes down. I'm surprised with the way the officiating's going today that we didn't get called for a tripping. However, just lost his edge and went down. Battle for it in the neutral zone. Now the puck kind of trickles to Ian, and Ian will freeze it. And we'll have a face-off to the right of him. Corsairs changed up their mid-shift with Monroe and Bird. So Bay, Monroe, Bird out there along with Gavin and Moore. Corsairs take the face-off, and it goes into the neutral zone. Now from the Corsair zone, it's pitched out. Just trickling into North's zone. Bame comes up with it. He tries to pitch it out in front, but nobody there to receive. Now the Corsairs wrapping it around the boards. Gavin comes up with it. And they pitch it into the back corner. Naperville North back there picks it up, and they try to bring it out. Now a slapper and a hard one from looked like Bird, and that one had a sting a little bit. Bird winds up, takes a slapper at the Naperville North goalie. Bird trying to pick up a hat trick here, and he just swallows it up. A little bit of a stinger. Face off. Here now Monroe. Moore, I should say. Moore. Now a shuttle in the front. Looks like Dean tucked in. Moore takes a shot, bounces off, ricochets, and it looks like Dean picked up the loose change and put it in. Either Dean or Monroe. 12:58 here in the third. Corsairs 4, Naperville North 1. Now let's see who gets it here. It might have been Paulie even. Everybody out in front of the net there. Moore took a shot. So we'll hear here in a minute from the public address announcer exactly who tucked that one in. But Moore started it off with a slapper from the blue line. Corsairs come up with it. They are fighting for it. Paulie going into the corner. A lot of intensity here. Moore takes a shot at the goalie. Yeah, Dean gets the goal. And Justin Moore with the assist. So Namaka, Bird, and Dean scoring to put 4 on the board for the Corsairs. Again out in front. Dean tries to tuck it in. Cannot. Now the puck wraps around the boards. Gavin picks it up at the blue line, and he gets taken down. Corsairs get a stick on it, though, and send it back. Settling down the puck is Paulie. Paulie pitches it up to Wyasek, who tucks it into the zone. Back behind the net is Naperville North. They try to wrap it around, and they do. Now they're trying to break it out. Dean gets in the way, and Naperville North struggling to get it out. They get it into the neutral zone. Vandervalk comes up with it. Vandervalk pitches it up to Paulie, who takes it straight up the middle and meets 2 bodies, and they take the puck away from him. They wrap it around the board and send it down ice. And now a Durr will pick it up, pitch it over to Vandervalk. Vandervalk pitches it up, tries to get it, convert it to Paulie, and Paulie diving for it, misses his stick at 11:40. So it'll be an icing call. And they'll bring it down here in front of Ian Davies to his right. Sampson, Namaka, Maroic, Cook, Vandervalk, and Durr on the ice for the Corsairs. 11:40 left here in this game. And Naperville North comes up with it. Naperville North taking a shot. Ian Davies eyeballs it and glove saves it. So Naperville North with a shot from just into the zone. At about eye level, Ian Davies gloves it. Okay, another face-off. Now they're coming at Ian Davies, but Cook takes him off the puck, pitches it to Maroic. Maroic has it. He's going in and brings it around the back of the net. Looking to feed it out in front to somebody. He does. And it's Namaka. Namaka can't put it in. Now Cook to Namaka. Namaka tries to pitch it out in front. Nobody's there. Now Naperville North comes up with it, and they get stopped in the neutral zone. Maroic picks it up. Maroic pitches it back to Vandervalk. Vandervalk starts to skate it in and just avoids a check. He's in the zone. He pitches it across to Cook. And Cook comes up with it. Cook back against the boards. He tries to pitch it out in front. Cook fighting for it. And now the goalie reaches around the net and gloves it, and a whistle blows at 10:46. Third period, 10:46 left in this game. Corsairs 4, Naperville North 1. Boehm out there. He takes the face off. Naperville North picks it up and goes. They got to get past Durr. They chip it into the corner. Vandervalk in pursuit. He gets off of his skate. Winds up. Durr comes up with it. Vandervalk tries to settle it down. Naperville North trying to come up with it. Durr puts a big body on him. Takes him off the puck. Boehm picks it up. Boehm trying to get it out. He gets taken down. Boehm on his belly trying to get the puck away. Cannot. They try to wrap around on Ian Davies and they don't. Now Bird comes up with it and he's going right down the side of the boards. He goes towards the net, takes a shot, and ricochets off of a Naperville North player. Naperville North comes up with it. Now, Boehm tucks it in to the corner. And the chase is on. North comes, tries to break it out. North gets it to the neutral zone. Vandervalk goes between his legs. Now, a shot, and it's up high. Hall takes a shot on Ian Davies, but takes it way up high. There's a shot at Ian Davies, and he stick saves it. Now Vandervalk picks up the puck and takes it up the ice. Pastica comes up with it. Boehm then tucks it up. Bird chases it around the net. Bird in the corner, cuts off a Naperville North player. Now Moore again from the blue line takes a shot, and it goes off the goalie. Now we have a penalty, it looks like, on somebody. And it's going to be the Corsairs again. All right, the Corsairs are going to get called for something here. I don't know what. And it is Garrett Bird going into the bench. Bird going into the box. And they want a little clarification here. And it's going to be a 4-minute penalty here. They're putting another player for slashing. They're putting another player in the box, which is Pastica. So Bird getting a major here, a 4 and a 10. So Corsairs will be short for the second half of this period pretty much. There's a shot by Naperville North that's wide. Mitch Staffy and Monroe out there on the kill along with Moore and Gavin. They ring it around the back of the net and Moore tries to chase it down. Naperville North pitching it out in front. Nice setup, but not able to convert. Now Monroe has a breakaway. He's got one in front of him. He gets past him and goes into the corner. Oh, and he gets hit bad. And no call. And no call. And now some extra shoving there. And now a fight. We have a fight as the Naperville North player starts swinging at Monroe. Unbelievable. This is how you lose a game here. And he'll go off the ice. And they're going to take Monroe off the ice too. So Monroe and the other Naperville North player getting ejected here at 8:23. Now Maroic and Namaka right in front of the box trying to get a clarification from the refs on what's happening here. The refs are asking them to stand back as they get some sort of clarification. Monroe went into the corner and he took a kind of an odd hit from the player. He got up and the player went after him, and Monroe really just defended himself, shoving him back, and that turned into an altercation. Nobody getting involved because, smart to stay away. Unfortunate part about this is Monroe will have to sit the next game. So wise of the Corsairs to stay out of the fisticuffs, because if you get tossed, you have to sit the next game. And the next game, obviously, another playoff game here, semifinals. 4-1 here, Corsairs up. 8:23 left. They're going to give a 2-minute penalty to number 4. I don't quite understand the officiating here today. Maroic talking with the official. He just keeps shaking his head. Maroic pleading the case for the Corsairs here that, you know, this guy went after him in row. They're going to put a guy in the box for 2 minutes. Now that I don't think is quite the fair result of what happened there. And the fans not happy about the call here. Now the Corsairs get another player in the box too. It looks like Mitch Staffy went into the box. I don't quite understand what's happening here. I guess they're calling offsetting penalties and a 2-minute on somebody. I don't know. I can't figure this thing out. But the face-off and play continues here. It's interesting. The player who's in the penalty box for Naperville will, in fact, come out sooner than Garrett Bird, who got a 4-minute. Corsairs pick up the puck. It's Ian Durr going into the zone, just skating with it and trying to keep it away from Naperville North. It's 4-on-4 hockey.
For Naperville North, number 4, Matthew Rowe. 4 minutes of play and penalty misconduct. For Carlo Canada, number 66, Thomas Monroe.
All right, trying to get the... Paulie just tries to wrap it around and put it in.
That means Naperville North is skating short-handed now.
Now Vandy with a slapper bounces off the goalie and up over the net. Don't quite understand what the penalties were for, how they assessed those, but they did. Now another slapper from Vandy, and the goalie stops it. So there's 4-on-4 play here. 53 seconds left on the Naperville North penalty. 2:09 left on the Garrett Bird penalty that happened, well, 2 minutes ago, long before the fight that ensued in the corner. Fans are not happy with the officiating here as they continue to talk to them from the stands in a rather verbose way. Corsairs with Namaka out there. Namaka out in front of the net. Namaka tries to put it in. Cannot. Maroic, Namaka out there. Maroic comes up with the puck. He goes right for it, takes a shot, and it goes wide. Namaka trying to pick up the rebound. Cannot. Naperville North comes up with it and starts skating the other way. And it gets stopped in the neutral zone. Maroic comes up with it. He pitches it back into the corner. And they're going to call icing. How do they call icing? Maroic's beyond the red line. Wow. Well, let's hope the officiating picks up for the next game if the Corsairs move on here. With 6:44 in a 4-1 game here, it looks pretty good for the Corsairs. They keep up this intensity, which they are. TJ Gavin gets it after Namaka wins the faceoff. He skates around the back of the net, and he's going to take it up. He pitches it up into the neutral zone. And it gets stopped and sent back in. Now the Corsairs tip it off. And no icing called there, and that really should have been icing. Maroic well in front of the red line, just tipped it, and it went all the way back. Corsairs playing a little keep away. Okay, now they're down for a minute. 5-on-4 here. Corsairs on a penalty kill now. Gavin up with it behind the net. Gavin will take it and send it down ice. He'll ice it. And the Corsairs will change up with some fresh bodies, some fresh skaters, which will be Danny Wyasek. Danny Wyasek going after it in the corner. He picks it up. You got Cook out there, Durr and Vandervalk, and here comes Naperville North towards Ian. They go around the back of the net. They pitch it out in front, and Ian does a nice job of saving it. Saving it there. It comes off of Ian as he falls into the net, and Cook lays on top of his legs to stop the puck from going anywhere. And the puck is under Ian. Woo! 32 seconds on number 32. Garrett Bird, who put in 2 earlier in this game, he's taking a little rest in the penalty box for a slashing call, I believe, or roughing. I've forgotten. It was like hours ago. All right, Corsairs trying to keep it in Naperville zone. They don't. It comes out of the neutral zone. Naperville tries to push it in. They take a shot at Ian. Ian does a nice job of saving it and covering it up. So we'll have another face-off here with 11 seconds left on the Bird penalty. Dean's going to come out. 5:18 left here in the game. Dean wins it. Durr comes up with it. He pitches it up. Dean pushes it up too, and it's in the neutral zone. Dean gets it as a neutral player tries to put it in, and he's going straight for the net. And goes into the corner instead and loses it as a Naperville player puts a body on him. Vandervalk stops it at the blue line and pitches it back in. Now we're back at full strength here with 4:49 left here in the playoff game. Corsairs 4-1. Durr picks it up, pitches it around to Vandervalk. Vandervalk will skate out a little bit. He pitches it up just out of the reach of Pauly. Pauly will lose it to a Naperville North player, and they come at Ian. And Ian does a nice, easy save as an attempt by number 24 on Naperville North to shoot at Ian. Gets deflected a few times and trickles to Ian. Ian will stop it. Okay, Dean, Bain, Pauly out there, along with Gavin and Moore. Moore comes up with it, and he tries to pitch it out and can't. It gets stuck in somebody's skate. Dean fighting for it in the corner with Pauly and Moore. They finally squirt it out. Naperville North comes up with it. Now Dean comes up with it, and he's got one to beat, and he does. He's going right for him. Takes a shot, and nice save by Naperville North. Dean does not convert. Nice hustle by Dean. Now in the Naperville North zone, the Corsairs continue to try and get it in. Moore now from the neutral zone takes a shot into the corner. Corsairs will start changing players up here. And Staffy will come out with Bame. And Namaka's out there. Namaka pitches it back to Gavin. Gavin pitches it over to Vandervalk. Vandervalk winds up and takes a slapper. And it's in! John Vandervalk puts number 5 in at 3:22. Namaka pitching it back to Gavin. Gavin to Vandervalk. And Vandervalk taking a slapper and putting it in. 3:22 left here. And it's a 5-1 game. Corsairs will take an opportunity to switch things up here and bring Maroic and Namaka and Staffy out. Vandervalk and Durr will stay out there. Staffy chasing it down. Now Naperville North comes up with it. 3:17 left here in this contest. Maroic comes up with it. He pitches it over to Staffy. Staffy puts it in the zone. All right. Vandervalk getting the goal. Yeah, Namaka with his second point on the game here. Having a good game. All right, Maroic getting the puck. Oh, it just hops over his stick. 2:41 left here. Namaka has it. He gets tripped. And there's going to be a call finally. Maroic has it. And Ian Davies tries to get off and get an extra attacker, but it doesn't happen in time. So a Naperville North player will go to the box. It will give the Corsairs a one-man advantage here for most of the end of this game. 2:33 left in it. 2 minutes on the penalty on number 19 for Naperville North. Well, later on today, Loyola Maroon facing Cary Grove, and the winner of that game will face our Corsairs. Unless the wheels come off the bus here big time. So Corsairs doing a nice job of passing it up. Pasica trying to get a hold of it. He loses it. Vandervalk comes up with it. Vandervalk passes across the ice to Cook. And they're going to call icing on the Corsairs as nobody touches it. 2:08 left here in this contest. 1:36 on the Naperville North penalty. Corsairs with the man advantage have got to just settle this thing down and finish off these last 2 minutes. Cook will take the faceoff to the right of Ian Davies. It's one. Moore picks it up and pitches it forward into the neutral zone. Naperville North tries to come up with it. Ian Davies will play the puck and wrap it around the back of the boards, where Vandervalk will pick it up, pitch it to the center ice, and they wave off the icing. Pasica going after it. Pasica behind the net will get to it. He'll pitch it up forward. No, he hangs on to it. He pitches it back. Corsairs playing a little keep away. And Wyasek loses it there. But Corsairs come up with it again. Vandervalk goes past one, winds up, takes another slapper, and it's in! Vandervalk top shelves it here at 1:27. Woo! 6-1 game here. The penalty will come off the board. Power play, slapper goal for Vandervalk. His second. So Namaka, Bird, Dean, Vandy is how we put 6 on the board. 1:24 left here in this game. And now Mitch Staffy going in it. Dean tries to put it in and cannot tuck it in. Gavin will pick it up in the neutral zone. Okay, here comes Paulie. Paulie takes a shot, and it goes a little bit wide. Under a minute here in this first playoff game. Corsairs will advance. Winner of the next game will go to state. So Corsairs with a good showing here. We'll have another game to play on, I believe, Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. Corsairs will be back here at the Edge facing either Cary Grove or Loyola Maroon. Corsairs playing a little keep away, passing it back and forth as there is 22 seconds left here. Paulie trying to get the puck and send it towards the net. He fights for it in the corner. Well, the big story in this game is the fact that Monroe getting tossed in an altercation. The Corsairs will be short of Thomas Monroe for the next game. Kind of an unfair thing. Corsairs will win it here. As the Corsairs pick up a W here in the playoffs. 6-1. So we move on in the playoffs here to the semifinals. We'll find out later today who they will face as Cary Grove will take on Loyola Maroon right here at the Edge. I'm Ron Morowick for the Corsair Hockey Network. See you Tuesday.